Okay, we're back for part three. All right, now, Red, you said that this is my green neighborhood with part three of with Red Moon Song. You said you kept the thermostat at 40, three children,
Yep.
that you weren't popular, but however, they accepted it.
What could they do?
Yeah, they couldn't move out.
They could move out if they wanted
Okay,
to. I
okay,
suggested that.
okay, all right.
I
But
suggested
they
it.
didn't.
No.
So they were warm enough.
Well, they had a place to stay. They had a
Okay.
roof over there.
And you had an extremely low heating bill. So some of the things you set the thermostat low.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to relate to, like, there's a lot of people that listen to this are in an urban setting. They might have a $300, $400, $500 heating bill,
Oh my God.
or even air conditioning bill. But okay, so step one would be keep the thermostat really low.
Right. That's one of the things. If you can't, but most people can't. So what they suggest is that you put the thermostat down 2 degrees. If you keep your thermostat at, 65 or 70 or whatever, put it down 2 degrees and lower at night.
Well, let's go with your example. The reason why I like it is because
Okay.
it's extreme.
Yeah,
Because
I'm extreme.
nobody would get mad at the gas company or electric company if they had an extremely low heating bill or electric bill.
I don't think they would get mad.
No,
at
they
all.
would not get mad. Okay. So, like you said, we need discipline. Set the thermostat down low. I mean, extremely low.
As long as everybody's healthy, this is assuming healthy people.
Right.
This is assuming a
Now,
lot
some
of
people
stuff.
don't think they can be healthy below a certain thing, but you proved, and a lot of people do what you do. So, set it low, but now you also wear more clothes, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When I was reading at night, I would get into my sleeping bag.
Okay.
And I would have the sleeping bag covering the tops of my hands when I held the book because
Right.
it's cold.
Okay.
So I was willing to make certain kinds of compromises.
Right.
That like I said, just for the interest of it, partly because I'm interested in survivability.
Right.
I'm interested in if things get really bad, or if we're in a really bad storm, or if we're in whatever. That
Okay.
there is ways that I can get by or survive.
Ellen's
These kinds of things. Oh, here
back
we
with
go.
refreshments.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Ellen.
I have some very wicked.
As people can see, with my green neighborhood, this is what it's about. This goes on in the neighborhood.
This goes on in all these different neighborhoods.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
All right, thanks. All right, so now, where were we?
We were at health.
Yeah.
And so people are healthy.
And your kids
are
were healthy, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't dealing with someone who was very, very old and sick. I wasn't dealing with someone who was very, very young and sick. I wasn't dealing with infants. I was dealing with teenagers
Okay.
who were in good health, and I was in good health. So,
Okay.
and if they wanted to make a fire in the fireplace, wood stove in the kitchen, they could have.
Okay.
Because I live in a kitchen.
All right.
Many of us do.
All
And
right.
I was lucky I had these sliding doors where I could shut the kitchen dining room area off from the rest of the
And
house.
kitchens typically retain a lot of heat.
Yeah, because that's where you cook and everything.
Right.
That's where you bake and whatever. And I had a wood stove in there too.
Right.
So I said they could make a fire warm as they wanted. They just didn't want to make a fire. I said, okay, so hang out at your friend's house.
Now, for the people that are getting into this renewable green thing, biomass, which is a glorified name for wood or whatever you want to heat with. Okay. All right. So put on more clothes. Set the thermostat. Use something other than the central heating systems, which are basically a waste.
They are a waste of a lot of energy. And something else I've done, which was really useful, is everybody knows what bubble wrap is. People tend to throw it out.
True, I do.
Bubble wrap is something that if you want to, like we were talking about insulated shades and insulated shutters and insulated curtains and things like that will cover, at least at night, cover your windows so that will retain heat. That will hold your heat in if you've got something covering your windows. So you can use a wide variety of substances. But if it's a room that nobody needs to look out the window, one of the simplest things you can use is bubble wrap. You can just tape that bubble wrap right onto the window. And it has little pockets. I like the big bubble wrap. It has little pockets of air in there that insulate the window.
Okay.
So now you can't see out of it. but the light comes in, you know? So it's like, even something like that people throw away.
Okay. And now you mentioned something about cardboard too.
Well, I've also made shutters out of cardboard. It sounds like somebody's in the front. I don't know who or what. Or maybe it's not you.
Okay.
Those involve a little more work, but you can take corrugated cardboard, which is the cardboard everybody uses, and you can flatten it, or you can get big sheets like they have for bicycles and stuff like that. And you can use 5 layers of corrugated cardboard, and you tape them together, and then you can put those up against the window. It won't let any light in, but it works really, really well to insulate it from letting the heat out. So you can also make heavy drapes. You can put insulating stuff in the drapes. Some people have taken the bubble wrap and actually sewn it into drapes and had those go across. Anything you can put up there is going to help it to hold energy in, to hold the heat in, or to hold the heat out in the summer. You can also use these to do the opposite thing. So there's just a lot of little stuff.
So don't throw away bubble wrap.
It's definitely usable for a lot of things. I've also hung it in doorways and done it like, you see those big freezer things that people, they go in with the trucks and stuff, and they're kind of overlapping, like plastic overlaps. You can do that with bubble wrap in a hall, like in a doorway, say going from your kitchen to your other rooms. And it'll stop the heat or stop the cold. I mean, it really will change the airflow if that's what you want to do. And a lot of what we want to do is, for heat and cooling, is changing the airflow so that people can conserve energy.
Okay, all right. All right, well, Red, thanks for this 3-part series on, I'll let you, what you don't.
What you don't spend, you don't have to earn.
All right, what you don't spend, you don't have to earn. So everybody write that down. That might be your mantra. And thank you for this edition of My Green Neighborhood.